Hello, I'm Lee Wright with WholeApron.com. I'm going to show you how to make individual servings of a wonderful dessert called Trifle. First, I want you to take a half cup of granulated sugar and add to that a half cup of boiling water and stir it until the sugar dissolves. Allow this to cool to room temperature, add 1 teaspoon of pure almond extract, and give it a stir. You now have an almond flavored simple syrup that we're going to use a little later. Next, I want you to put it in an inexpensive squeeze bottle that you should be able to buy at your local grocery store. The squeeze bottle is going to help us be able to pour the syrup more precisely when we assemble the trifle. Next, I want you to break up some vanilla wafers. You're going to need about 1 cup of vanilla wafers that are broken up for each trifle that you want to make. We're also going to need some pudding. You can use any pudding that works best for you. A nice homemade pudding is great for this, but you can use an instant pudding if that works better for you. Now I want you to take your pudding and put it into a disposable pastry bag and cut the tip off so you'll have about a 1/8 inch wide opening. If you don't have a disposable pastry bag like this, you can use the corner of a large resealable plastic food storage bag. Next, I want you to do the same thing with some whipped cream. You can use a whipped topping that you bought at the grocery store if that works better for you. So you have a lot of options depending on how much time or skill level you have. At this point, you'll have all your ingredients ready for assembly, but first I want to show you something. Trifle is usually made in large glass bowls like these. That allows you to see all of its layers. But these bowls usually hold about 3 quarts, and that's sometimes too much trifle. But notice the similar shape of this 8-ounce wine goblet. It's much smaller in size, but it will function exactly the same way as a large trifle bowl. It will display all the layers just as well, but on a much smaller scale. This 8-ounce tumbler with its heavy bottom will work well also. I'm going to use the tumbler. First, add a layer of your broken vanilla wafers. Then add a layer of fruit. A smaller fruit like blueberries or raspberries will work better for an individual trifle like this. Next, soak your fruit and your cookies well with your syrup. Follow that with a thin layer of your pudding. Having your syrup in a squeeze bottle and your pudding and whipped cream in a pastry bag will allow you to keep the sides of your glass clean. This will help you see all the individual layers much better. After your thin layer of pudding, put a thin layer of whipped cream. Then I want you to repeat all the layers again, starting with the vanilla wafers. Always make sure to place your fruit up to the edge of the glass so that you can see it well. You've made plenty of syrup, so make sure you give the raspberries and the vanilla wafers a really good soaking each time. Be sure not to make each layer too thick so you'll have room for all of them. It's really important to have enough space for that last layer of whipped cream. And be sure to save some of your fruit to garnish with. You can also garnish with things like chocolate chips or chopped nuts. Individual trifles are beautiful desserts and great for special occasions. For more information about this or any of my other videos, please visit me at WholeApron.com.